You are looking live at the Air Quality Index on the EPA website for Clairton, where the latest readings you can see says that the air quality is in the good range, but there are some serious questions about the impact yesterday's explosion had on the environment, both inside and outside of the plant. 11 Investigates' Tara McGee dug into the plant's history and spoke with a public health expert about the explosion. Tara.
Lisa, Monday's explosion isn't the first time an incident at the plant turned deadly, and there's a threat of health and safety concerns beyond those impacted yesterday. I talked with a Pitt professor today who's currently doing research in East Palestine on why he's now pushing for transparency and accurate information from officials and U.S. Steel.
A tragedy of industrial proportions. 2 workers dead, many more injured, and the Mon Valley on edge after a large explosion at U.S. Steel Clairton Coke Works. Public health experts fear there could be big fallout.
I mean, this was devastating for the people that work there.
Jim Fabizak is an environmental and occupational health professor at Pitt. He's also the director of the Center for Healthy Environments and Communities.
There have been no troubling tests of air or water that we have seen yet.
Some residents, though, are unconvinced. Fabizak admits if he lived close to the plant, he'd be keeping his windows closed.
Out of precaution, until I had a clear understanding that I was getting the correct information, and then there was really nothing to worry about.
He says neighbors and workers at the plant should be monitoring air quality checks and their health. As for long-term impacts, Fabizak says there's a lot we can learn from the past. He points to a big fire at the plant in 2018 that damaged pollution control equipment.
And the plant continued to run with significant emissions over 2 or 3 months.
He wants to know if similar equipment was damaged in Monday's blast. According to the EPA, the Clairton Coke Works has violated the Air Quality Act every quarter for at least the last 3 years. 11 Investigates learned U.S. Steel has paid more than $5 million in fines for environmental violations in the last 10 years. And there are concerns about how deregulation will tilt the scale.
I'm curious what your thoughts are surrounding if the system is working and keeping these plants in check and in compliance.
Obviously, the system can be improved. So if this was the only event that ever happened, it would still be a devastating event, and you would be having a conversation about it, but you wouldn't be having quite the same conversation. You wouldn't be asking me the question you just asked me, but because this plant has a history.
And Fabizak also talked about what impacts rollbacks in the federal government could have on the plant and safety moving forward. He says his biggest worry is how the budget cuts, those proposed by the Trump administration within OSHA, could impact worker safety. Tara McGee, Channel 11 News.